Hey, kings, queens, and everything between. Back to another episode. One time for a good time. How you doing? Did you wake up? It's sunny outside, y'all. It's been hot as fuck out there. Hot, child. I went from doing like a good 3 to 5 laps to 2. It's too hot out there. Come back smelling must. It's crazy how everybody know what outside smell like, but it don't have a smell. Like, you know what I mean? Like, is it a musty smell? Does it smell like nature? Like, when people like, you smell like outside, like what exactly are you telling me? Because I've been hearing that for years. You know what I mean? You go outside, you come back inside, but like, ooh, you smell like outside. But is it a musty out? Like, what is it? Do I smell like I just bathed in trees? What is outside smell to you guys? Because sometimes I feel like you could take it in a bad way. Because me personally, when I think somebody smells outside, they smell earthy. Like, they smell like the air. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they smell like the air of outside. But I don't think they stink. I just think they smell like outside. But when some people use "you smell like outside," I be thinking, do you think I stink? I don't know. What is outside? Like, I promise you I'm not high. What is outside? But to you guys, what is that, the smell of outside to you? Like, is it more of a earthy smell, or is it like a oxygen smell? You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway, that was a brutal intermission. Anyway, so I want to talk about, I don't know what I want to talk about, but I've been watching this show called Oz. It is a old TV show back in the 90s. It's on HBO Max if you want to watch it. Really good show. I'm on season 3. I think season 3. I've been binge watching it, and there was just an episode where the guys were talking about what it was like living in prison, and they were talking about freedom, and it made me sit down and think, like, holy shit. They were talking about how they want to be outside, they want to be free, they want to live a life again. They don't want to be in jail anymore. They don't want to be in a 10 by 12 cell. They're tired of waking up to other men. They're tired of waking up to shit food, rude people. And they just want the simple things, like being outside. And I thought about, wow, there's so many people that are free, but feel like they're enslaved, feel like they're captured. And I think that's so crazy, because if you struggle with mental illness, if you struggle with anything, it can feel very easy to feel like you're enslaved, to feel like you're in a 10 by 12 cell, even though you're free. You can go to the grocery store, you can go to the movies, you can hang out with your friends, you can buy a plane ticket and go to a different country. But so many mental illnesses out there will have somebody sitting there in their home feeling like they're in an institution, feeling like they're a prisoner of one. Mrs. Doubtfire came on last night, and I haven't seen Mrs. Doubtfire in a good, hell, I don't know, 7 years. And all I could do was sit there and cry. I mean, I was laughing because Mrs. Doubtfire is funny as fuck. But all I could do was sit there and cry, because I was watching this with a new perspective. The last time I watched this, I was damn near a kid. I didn't know anything about divorce, cheating, alimony, child support. You know what I'm saying? When I was watching this last, I didn't know anything about why he was dressing himself up as an old lady to babysit his kids. So now that I'm an adult and I'm looking at this movie, and I'm like, holy shit, this is a sad fucking movie. And then you look at Robin Williams and you think, he was depressed. He was sad. He hid behind his jokes. He hid behind his laughter. If you hear a lot of comedians, they all say they suffer with something personally. And they use whatever sadness or anger or pain they have and turn it into laughter. It's always been like this for years and years and years. You see the funniest man in the room and he might be the saddest. I was like that. Growing up, I was a class fucking clown. Everybody loved me. I had everybody laughing. The teachers, the students, the janitors, the principal even. I had everybody fucking laughing. But no one saw the internal battles I was going through. And it made me think about last night's episode of Oz when they were talking about how even people on the outside take their freedom for granted. How they can go anywhere. How they don't have to ask permission to use the bathroom. How they don't have to be watched when they take a shower. How we can literally get up and go anywhere and not have to ask somebody to open a gate or, have to be escorted. And it deeply upset me because I can go everywhere. I can do whatever I want. I can do a lot of fucking things. I am free. I don't have no criminal record. I never been in trouble. Legally, as a citizen, I can do whatever I want if it's lawful. So I could, if I wanted to, buy a ticket to any country, take a plane and go there. I could go to Walmart, buy whatever I need, and come back home. If I wanted to, now that it's legal, I could smoke a blunt. And as I'm naming out all the things I can legally do, I can freely do, my mental illness steps in front. And it's like, no, I can go to a party every single day if I want. But that loneliness kicks in and it's like, you know what? Let's watch Netflix. I can go on spring break. Insecurity kicks in. It's like, nah, keep your clothes on. Hell, if I want, I could sleep with anybody I wanted. But my morals kick in and I say, no. Save it to somebody you care about. And then I look at that Oz episode and I think, we're not that far apart. I feel safe inside my home. They want to go home. I'm okay. We're not going everywhere and doing everything. And they want to be everywhere and do everything. People with mental illness and people that are in prison are in two different cages. Now imagine if you have a mental illness and you're in prison. Whoa, right? That's a whole fucking maximum security in yourself. Because now, not only is your brain fighting against you, you got a whole cell block, a whole prison, a whole jail, a warden fighting against you. And that's what I love. It shows that on the show. People that have depression trying to survive the prison life. Then you have, the people that seem to be fine trying to survive. And it shows the people that are fine turning into people with mental illness and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And that's why I suggest if you watch it, like I said, it's an old show. It's from the 90s. But it's really good. It's really good because the advice that it gives still resonates to today. A lot of the things they say still resonate today. And it makes me think like me and plenty of people in this world have the freedom to do a lot of fucking things. And it's not that I want to say take it for granted, It's just that we hold ourselves back from the potential of being what we could and can be. Like I said, I can go anywhere I want. But my mind holds me back. I can do whatever I want. But my mind holds me back. And to myself, I feel like I'm a prisoner. To myself, I feel like a slave to my own mind. I'm free with invisible shackles. Those people in prison have actual shackles, but aren't free. And then there was an episode where one of the guys got out. They had to take him to the court house. And the ride to the courthouse, he was looking at everything and anything. And he was like talking to the corrections officer, and he was like, you know what? Being outside is kind of overrated. And the correctional officer was like, why? And he said, because when you are locked up for 20 years, yeah, it was nice seeing that new buildings were built. It was nice seeing the gentrification. But Oz, which was the correctional facility, is my home. And even though it was nice seeing the world, it was nice doing all those things, it's overrated. And I remember looking at the TV like, what the fuck is he talking about? Like, you're locked up. You're still locked up. And now for like 2 seasons, you wanted to get out. You're planning an escape. You're planning this, and this. And then you get out. And then you're like, oh, this isn't that bad. That's, to me, what mental illness could be. It's wanting to escape, wanting to leave. Then you kind of see the light and you're like, the shit I went to wasn't that bad. As I fixed myself, as I became healthy, mentally clear, and I found my spirituality, I looked back on those 10 years of depression. I looked back on those 10 years of self-hatred and doubting myself. And I think, holy shit, like that wasn't even my worst. You know, I met somebody. He became a quadriplegic at a very young age. And I realized his accident that caused him to be a quadriplegic was probably the worst thing now that has or will happen in his life. And then I look at my life and I'm like, what's the worst thing that has ever happened to me? And I'm like, oh, the depression, the sadness, the mental illness was the worst thing that has ever happened to me. But it's not. At the time, oh yeah, of course, at the time, that was the worst fucking thing that could happen to me. But now that I'm older and I'm out of it, I no longer feel depressed. I no longer feel sadness. And I look back at those years, I think, that wasn't even the worst. That wasn't even close to the worst. Even me trying to commit suicide wasn't even my worst. Ocho Cinco, if y'all don't know, football player, funny ass dude, hilarious. He's a part of the podcast, I Am Athlete. And every week they have mental health checkups with each other. It's like, hey, on a scale of 1 through 10, where are you? And at the episode they did like a couple weeks ago, his mother died. And Brandon Marshall, another football player, said, where are you 1 through 10? And he said, I'm a 5. And Brandon said, you're not lower? And he said, he was like, if I'm a 3, I'm dead. If I'm a 5, I'm living. If I'm a 7, I'm good. And Brennan said, expound on that. And he said, if I'm a 3, you might as well just put me in the grave. If I'm a 5, I'm still hanging on. If I'm a 7, I'm amazing. He said, the reason I can never be a 3, the reason I can never be low is because I have people to take care of. I have kids to take care of. I have bills to pay. I have things I need to do. So if I'm walking around here with a 3 mindset, I'm dead. And I remember watching that clip and thinking, holy shit, he's right. If I'm a 3, I'm dead. That means I'm not going after my passions. That means I'm not doing the things I want to do. I'm not chasing the dreams I want to do. Because I'm mentally dead. So, you know, it's easy when you ask somebody, how you doing mentally? You know, sometimes you'll get a high number, sometimes you'll get a low number. But he was saying, the life I live and the things that I haven't achieved and I want to achieve yet, I can't be a 3. I can't be a 3. Yes, my mother just died. Yes, she just passed away. But I'm still good. I still can get up out the bed. I can do the things I need to do every day. So I'm not a 3. That's what his explanation was. Mental illness is just like that. Let's say you're a 3. You're laying in bed all day. You're not washing yourself. You're not taking care of yourself. You're not eating. You're watching TV. You're letting the days pass by. I've been there. I've done it plenty of times. One time I laid in bed for a whole month and never got out. I know what it feels like. But I know ever since this discovery or this awakening, I would never be at a 3 again. Because I'm still have the ability to get up and get out and do the things I need to do. Even if I don't want to do them, I can still do them. If I'm a 3, I'm back into my old ways where I can't even move. Where I can't even brush my teeth. I can't even take care of myself. We have to change our mindset. And that's what I realized with Oz. Is that it's easy to feel like a prisoner. It's easy to feel like we're slaves to ourselves, that we can't do anything. We can't get up and get out and do something. It's easy to lay in that bed and watch whatever show you want to watch with the covers over your head, the blinds, blacked out. That's an amazing feeling to anybody with depression or without depression, just laying there and not doing anything. But the ability to get up and do those everyday activities like wash your clothes, wash yourself, go to the store, hell, walk outside. That's freedom. That's you telling your mental illness. That's you telling your darkness, I won't let you encapsulate me into this. I can choose to sit and wallow in this and let it take me. Or I can choose just to get up. You don't got to do anything productive, but get up and brush your hair and eat some good food and go for a walk and do whatever you need to do to not be a slave to your mind. There's approximately 435 million people that suffer with mental illness. 1 in 4 people feel hopeless, have self-doubt, are insecure. That's 1 in 4 people in their minds all day, having their minds tell them that they're ugly, having their minds tell them that they're not worth it, having their minds tell them that they're this and this and this and X, Y, and Z. If we let our pain take us, we will be no better than people that are actually locked up and in prison. we would be no better than an 8x12 cell if we continually let our mental illness just take us. So after seeing that episode and hearing prisoners say, I want to be outside, I want to walk down the street, I want to do everyday activities, I just want to wash my fucking body without having a guard look at me. And we take granted of the freedoms we have. It makes you want to get up and get out and do something. It makes you want to go run those 3, 4, 5, 7 miles. Kiss and hug the people you love. It makes you want to do those things. Because you realize, holy shit, this is a person that genuinely can't do the things they want to do. But I can do it. But mentally, I'd rather stay inside, locked away, bad breath, tears soaking my pillowcase, laying in bed with a bowl of cereal or ice cream, watching Netflix, when we can get up and go out into this beautiful world and look at nature and meet beautiful people and create friendships and just do whatever we want. If you guys know, DMX has been on my mind a lot lately. A lot. Y'all, everybody's seen the videos of the Rough Riders outside the hospital blasting his music, screaming his name, chanting for him. And I think all the time, and I pray all the time, God, please let him wake up so he can see the love, so he can see that people care for him. And not only for DMX, but anybody else in his situation, anybody else that's struggling with mental illness or alcoholism or abuse or whatever. Life is a beautiful thing, regardless of how you see it. Me personally, I'm unbiased because I've seen it from both ways. I've seen it from the pain, hatred, explosion way. I've seen it. But I've also seen it from the light, from the love, the friendship, the family way. And I pray every day, I genuinely do, to those people that struggle with these things. And I pray that they also see the light, that they see the love that people can potentially give them, even though if they can't see it. I know what it's like to be depressed and feeling like no one's there to protect you, to care for you, to talk to you. You feel like everybody's out to hate you. You feel like the only person you have is yourself. You also feel like you can't reach out to people because you feel like you'd be a burden. I understand. But when you see the light and you cross it and you go over to the other side and you see how many people that are willing to open their arms and hold you down and protect you and be there for you when you need them, it's a beautiful sign. The physical representation was DMX. Look at all those people. They said 500 people showed up to his prayer vigil. 500 people. Praying for this one man to survive. Praying for him to open his eyes and see that they were there. Now, I'm not saying everybody that is going through the craziest or worst times in life have somebody to go to or have 500 people or on a celebrity status. I'm not saying that. But don't think that there isn't somebody that's willing to help you. That there isn't somebody that's willing to sit there and listen to your stories. Like I said, in damn near almost all of my podcast episodes, there are plenty of chat rooms. There's plenty of forums. There's plenty of life and love out there that will come to you if you look for it and if you ask for it. The hardest thing about mental illness is asking for help. It's knowing when to get help. It's asking for love. But if you search for it, if you truly look for it, it will come to you. Even if you find somebody in the position just like you, y'all fight through the path together. Y'all walk on the journey together. That's one thing I did when I was first coming out of my depression. I contacted my friend. We were equally sad. We were equally depressed. We sat down, we looked at each other, and we said, what do we want out of life? Do we want to be 50? Do we want to be 70 years old, crying ourselves to sleep? No. So we vowed to each other that we will use each other, we will lean on each other to get ourselves out of this hellhole of depression and anxiety. And I'm not saying that depression and anxiety went away, but it became extremely tolerable. It damn near became non-existent because we used each other to pull ourselves out the trenches. That's all I ask for you. Your freedom is there. You are not enslaved. You are not a prisoner. Think about it. You can do whatever you want. You can go wherever you want. But it takes you. It takes us to pull ourselves out, to walk to the light, to do the things we want. Don't be that naive person that thinks my mental illness will eventually go away. It takes hard work. It takes dedication, but I promise you, if you want freedom, freedom will come to you. Freedom is within. You just gotta pull it out. You just gotta pull it out. So I pray that anybody out there in the world that is going through something, that is at their lowest, that they feel like they have nobody, please, if you need, comment down below. My DMs are open. Talk to people in chat rooms. Do whatever you need to do to live another day. Every day is beautiful within itself. Today is 80 degrees outside. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and I want you guys out there listening to be able to wake up and enjoy that. I want you guys to wake up and enjoy a good meal. Brush your teeth. Enjoy some warm water on your skin. And have fun. Darkness is not your friend. Let the light in. Go out. Do whatever you want to do. But I want you to enjoy another day on this planet. And then enjoy the next. And the day after that. And the day after that. And as you do that, find people to do it with you. Alright? I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening. If you want, you can follow me on my Instagram _Kristy Alexis _. You can follow my other YouTube channel, Kristy Alexis. You can follow this YouTube channel, One Time for a Good Time. And just comment. Talk to each other in the comment section. Make friends. I want to hear you guys' story. I want to get to know you guys. I know y'all listening. I just got a notification that I got 200 views. So y'all out there, y'all are listening. So let's talk to each other. We can't build an empire if we're quiet. We can't be kings and queens if we are sad. Be the best you can be and live your best life. Peace.